Hello everyone. This video is going to be about the dot plot. Alright, so what is a dot plot? Well, it turns out that a dot plot is a simple form of data visualization that consists of data points plotted as dots on a graph with an x-axis, label, and title. These types of charts are used to graphically depict certain data trends or groupings. So dot plots usually is used with discrete data, and with discrete data it's easier to use dots to represent the kind of like the pattern of your sample. Usually it's a sample, not a population. So here is a dot plot. You have a couple of things. You have a title, you have a number line. You can see that the number line doesn't start at 0. And then you got dots that are usually discrete. Like over here, we know we have 2 data points that are 31. Over here, we have 3 data points that are 34. We have a data point at 38 and so forth. And we also have a label telling us what the x-axis is, what are the units. Okay, so the following table are data from measuring plant heights in feet. Draw a dot plot from the frequency table. So this one is a bit unrealistic because usually the feet in plants are not, they're not discrete, they're continuous. But we'll just say that they grow in not only in discrete form, or maybe they just round to a discrete number. Okay, we'll just say that. As you can see here, we have a frequency table. If you don't know how to read this frequency table, go to my video on how to read and create frequency tables. There's also interval frequency tables as well. Okay, so you can see that the data point is 3 feet, and there's 2 plants that have that. Or 5 feet, and you can see that there are 5 plants that do that. Okay, so we draw a number line, and in this case we're going to start at 1, as you can see this, and end up at 12. Even though the feet here doesn't start at 1, I just started there at 1. You could have started at 3 because that's the lowest number. And then we put dots based on our frequency table. There's 2 dots for 3 feet, and then 2 dots for 4, and then 5 dots for 5 feet, and 3 dots for 7, 1 dot for 8, 3 dots for 9, and 1 dot for 10. Then we put the title and then some type of label for our axes. As you can see, you have what they call a distribution, kind of like a pattern of your data set. It really isn't so much of a distribution because this is not a population. You could do, technically you could probably say a sample distribution. But you can see, and this is nothing, you're not going to be asked usually in a stats course when you begin to describe like the pattern, but you can see that there might be 2 separate groups here. But again, that's much more later in statistics. Okay, what else do we got? The following data are values associated with battery voltages. Draw a dot plot from the frequency table. Okay, and so these numbers, 100 volts is 1, 101 is 3, and so forth. This time, I'll draw my number line starting at 100. And you can also see that every other line I wrote a number. I didn't squeeze it all the way in. I didn't say 100, 102, 103. It just looks too tight. Do your best to make it more separated. Okay, so there's 1 dot at 100, 3 dots for 101, 3 dots for 102, 2 dots for 103, 2 dots for 105, and 1 dot at 110. Then you can see the title and the label in the title. Here you can see that the distribution of the data points, you can see that there's one data point that's kind of far away. You can visualize it, possibly an outlier of, in this data set possible. Okay, so the dot plot really is for discrete values. It's meant for discrete values. You could use it for continuous values that are pretty set, like quarters or halves or something. Not to say that you cannot use dot plots for continuous values, just a little bit harder to draw. But in this case, the idea is that you see the picture, a dot plot picture of your table. All right, good luck. Have a great day. Don't forget to tell your friends about this channel. There's more videos out there. Subscribe, tell your friends, tell your teacher. All right, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.